Well, in the last few years, our social media feeds are full of Elon Musk's SpaceX rockets taking off and landing, making for fascinating visuals. But ever wondered what exactly were they shooting up in space? Well, the answer, a web of over 6,000 satellites to connect the entire world with internet. And in the last 24 hours, Musk has announced the first major step towards bringing that constellation here to India. Now, Musk's SpaceX-backed Starlink has inked agreements with the world's largest telecom network, Jio Platforms, and its largest competitor, Airtel. Last evening, Airtel announced the partnership with Starlink, and just hours later this morning, Jio made the big reveal. The two telecom behemoths who once looked at SpaceX as a competitor have now opted for a hybrid approach of terrestrial and satellite networks. Now, Starlink's agreement with Jio and Airtel seems to be configured towards penetrating the Indian market using the vast distribution network and on-ground presence of both the telecom bellwethers. Jio Platforms, in its release, had proposed offering Starlink solutions through its online and brick-and-mortar stores. Other than equipment, Jio also expressed willingness to provide installation, activation, and customer support solutions to Starlink. Similarly, Airtel has proposed to offer Starlink equipment in its stores. Airtel has also proposed exploring how Starlink can use Airtel's network. Additionally, Airtel is also keen on exploring how it can offer Starlink's bevy of enterprise solutions to business customers and communities. So how exactly does Starlink work? How is Starlink different? Well, broadly speaking, a terrestrial network works by connecting your mobile to the local telecom tower, lakhs and thousands that we've seen around our homes and offices. Now, Satcom works a little differently. It has no towers. Instead, Satcom players like Starlink deploy a web of low Earth orbit or LEO satellites. Users of Starlink can buy a dish for their home or business. This dish will use airwaves for transferring data and providing internet connectivity directly via the satellite. But does it make sense for India? Well, the latest data by the TRAI reveals that teledensity in urban India is at an impressive 131%. But for rural India, this number falls off a cliff to just 58%. For internet penetration, the number of those connected is pegged at 944 million. Clearly, large geographies and large segments of the population are yet to be covered. Despite several attempts by the government, conventional telecom networks comprising of towers and fiber have struggled to cover rural and remote areas. Now, satellite-based players can help provide stable internet connection to such areas. Moreover, Starlink offers a bevy of enterprise solutions which can help businesses operating in remote areas. But there are three key regulatory hurdles that Starlink will need to cross. Number one, the DOT has maintained that Starlink is yet to address security issues. DOT officials are open to granting a license after the security concerns have been met. Similarly, Starlink also requires authorization from the space regulator in space. While in advanced stages, few issues such as monitoring and sensitive locations still remain. And finally, how will the spectrum for satellite communications be assigned and priced? Well, key questions that the TRAI is yet to answer. Now, speaking of pricing, is Starlink even affordable? Well, just for context, for residential connections, Starlink charges 31,000 rupees for equipment and a monthly charge of 4,000 rupees in Indonesia. It charges 33,000 rupees for equipment and a monthly charge of 2,100 rupees in Nigeria. This when India already has one of the lowest data charges. Now, Starlink may have taken the first big step, but there are still quite a few challenges on penetration, regulation, and affordability that Musk will need to manage.
Make informed decisions with comprehensive analysis on the go.
Strengthen your portfolio with real-time market updates on the go. Create effective strategies with insightful expert opinions on the go.
Grow on the go with CNBC-TV18, now streaming live 24/7 on YouTube.
Hey, thank you for watching this on CNBC TV18. Hope you liked it. For more such interesting news and updates, follow CNBC TV18 on all the social media platforms.